For the professional paparazzis, you are encouraged, or feel free to find your best spot to get good pictures for this momentous occasion.
Okay? Signal.
We're gonna start.
Please start. Yes. Go
One,
ahead.
two, three.
Yeah, hey. Thank you so much.
Oh, say, can you see?
Consul General Cristobal, Vice Consul Ms. Ramira, Philippine consulate officials, distinguished guests, friends, and relatives I haven't seen for 40 years. This is not a reunion of sort, but I'm glad that I'm here tonight, even just for 2 days. Beth, we love you, that's why I'm here. Allow me please to read, I have to write it, on the plane from Toronto to New York last night, as I was just given short notice. So I may have to read my short introduction of our featured artist. Madiyaw nga dung kaniyo nga tanan, that is our Butuanong Tausug language of saying, good evening everybody.
Madayaw.
I'm greatly honored to do this task of introducing the artist in our family of mostly educators, nurses, engineers, lawyers, and military men, and lately politicians. My father's first cousin, Auntie Beth, as we fondly call her, grew up in the barrio in our hometown of Butuan in that big greenhouse, surrounded by little jungles and gardens of flora with catching dragonflies, butterflies, ladybugs, and grasshoppers, and at twilight time, watch the brilliant fireflies around banana trees in the backyard of old Aunt Cleofe. Could it be also the beautiful geographic location of the Mindanao State University, which was built on top of a hill, overlooking the Philippines' biggest freshwater, Lake Lanao, surrounded by the rich, beautiful culture of the Maranaos, where she spent many years in college. That gave her so much inspiration for her collection in today's exhibit. The former social worker of which she is, turned painter's interest in the arts, was first noticed by her mother when as a child was making her own greeting cards, and her love to draw cartoons. My late grand-aunt Euphemia had to hire a tutor to hone her little daughter's artistic skills. But that then was to be put aside for a while when she went to college in Marawi to pursue a course in social work where she was a scholar. Then fast forward, of course, the Big Apple, where she moved with her husband Ray, where she rekindled her passion for visual arts. Having benefited also from her visits to various American museums, exhibits, and her participation in several art classes must have drawn a lot of inspiration for her to self-teach and self-train as a newbie artist. Maria Fe explored other bases using summer hats and leather handbags with customized paintings as desired by the owners. Through social media, though, her artworks have been conspicuously admired and gained a lot of encouragement towards every visual artist's goal. The rest is history. But looking closely at her floral paintings and family portraits, for me are actually reflections of a very happy childhood, molded by so much love, surrounding her, nurtured by ancestral refinement. These, I call, are sentimental works of art. Reborn artist? Maybe she is. But one thing for sure, once an artist, always an artist. Ladies and gentlemen, my aunt, Maria Beth Conde-Acera, gave way Mama Moses.
Thank all of you for coming here tonight, especially Sir Claro and Vice Consul Tanya, and of course all of you, especially those friends and relatives who flew from far just to attend this. Cesar, and I hope my classmate here from high school is already here. I haven't seen her for a long time. Anyway, the event tonight is actually for me a testimony that if we just put all our trust in God, He will lead us to the place where He wants us to be. Because never in my entire dream, I never planned to be an artist, much more to have my first and solo exhibit in the greatest city of the world. This event tonight, I would like to dedicate it to the beautiful lady there in the middle of the Baiho collection, because she is a very remarkable woman. I learned a lot of values from her. She was 19 years old when she married a widower 30 years older than her. A widower with 10 children. And then she bore 4 children. I'm the third, and the youngest is Jerry. And I have, my sister Josie Carol was in the Philippines. So can you just imagine the struggle of being a stepmother with 10 stepchildren who have very, very strong personalities. She was 19, and 3 of the children were older than her. But despite everything, the daily struggles, she was still very aware of all the children's needs and potentials. That's why, even as young as 7 years old, every time we buy school supplies at the start of the school year, she always had an extra watercolor, pencil pens, and paper for me to indulge in. And when I graduated high school, she kept telling me that I hope you can study at the University of the Philippines, Fine Arts. Unfortunately, the resources didn't allow it. But fortunately, I got a scholarship at Mindanao State University in Marawi City, where I had the best 4 years of my life, integrating with the Muslim culture, integrating with the other cultures, the Ilonggos, the Chabacanos, because Mindanao State University is so diverse. And I was able to savor the beauty of the Maranao culture, the color, the dances, the food, the friendship, the tradition, the Sarimano, the Okir art, which later on became the foundation of my artworks. So, 3 years ago, I asked my husband to go with me to a fun art class. It's all over. You pay $50. You bring your own wine and have fun. During that class, I think I brought some of my friends there. So, I enjoyed it tremendously. And when we get back home, I asked Ray, go with me to Michael's. I want to buy some art stuff. I started painting in canvas. I didn't stop. I really enjoyed it so much. And I paint everything. Canvas, bags, my shoes, my pants, everything. I really enjoyed it. I even started painting stones. But I really like doing painting in canvas and leather bags. My first painting is, where is it?
It's there.
Oh, this one, the middle there. That one. Obviously, it's very inspired. It's very an inspiration. Ang inspiration ko is from Marawi. This painting is now owned by one of my friends here, Janet. Yeah. Janet also told me, Ate Beth, you have to start painting generic, not only for Marawi or MSU. And she is right. So I started to have my flower collection over there. And on the process of doing this flower collection, there were so many memories that were being recalled that has a lot of indicators or, the family values, the tradition. Kasi this Kalachuchi, I just told my brother this morning that when I painted the Kalachuchi, I remembered the Kalachuchi tree of my Lola in Banjang and the Bohol. And I have my sister, a very beautiful, she was beautiful young. Cesar, you know her, Manay Tata. Yung mga Boholano, the boys, nag-serenade for her. I was very young then, and then after that, they climbed the Kalachuchi tree and then offered it to her. I was so amazed, and that's courtship sa Filipino na tradition natin, which is no longer popular this time because we have, of course, the internet and all. So, and then it came out with the Bible collection with Batu over there, and then my mom, and then, of course, the Sari Manok. The Sari Manok is actually, I tried to blend the Okir art of the Maranao into Sari Manok. Because even before, I've been fascinated with the Okir arts of the Maranao. And I hope one of these days you can visit Marawi, even what happened to Marawi, na ano siya, what do you call that, na-attack siya. But the culture will always be there. The colors will always be there. The beauty of Marawi will always be there. And then I have that last collection over there, Diaspora, Colors of Diaspora. That collection is actually Filipinos away from the Philippines, but still instilled in their hearts the tradition. That's why we have the Christmas in America, and then, selfie, we love that. Selfies in the various places. But generally, during the process of making these paintings, one thing really struck me is that the Bayanihan spirit here in New York is at the highest level because so many of my friends and family stepped up to help. Janet, Debbie, Eugene, Christian, Mildred, Selma, Fran, si Manuling Oy, and Janet, if they're here. So many. Si Debbie, makalimutan ko siguro yung iba, but na-realize mo na, oh no, this is not my event. This is a Filipino community event because everybody really helps. One said, I'm gonna do the flyer, I'm gonna do the website, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And when we set up last Saturday, nung nag-set up kami, ang daming nag-drop by, ang daming nagtulong. So, we did the setup like 3 hours. We were able to finish it. And also, I would like to thank your staff, Ma'am, Sir Victor Cruz. I would like to specially mention that he really guided me a lot in everything, in the paintings, in what to do, because this is my first time. So, yun lang po, at maraming salamat. You can go around and enjoy the paintings. Anybody would like to buy it? We have 2 ladies here, Janet and Selma. You can go to them, also to Jerry, and of course I would like to acknowledge especially my brother and Mark who flew para lang mag-ano sa akin, and my family in the Philippines also. They were so excited. They want to come here, especially my sister Josie, Carol, and my brother-in-law Jerry. My brother-in-law Bobo and Digong. They really want to come here, but they cannot. But sir, next week I will be having guests from Butuan City, Dog. Yung mga taga Butuan, hopefully one of my major sponsor, Engineer Ronnie V. Conde-Acera, and his wife, who is also the mayor of the city, will be coming next week to see the exhibit. So I may call some of the Butuanans if they will be arriving. So most especially, I would like to thank the person who had been supporting me all the time, and that's Ray Acera. He is my official curator. He's supposed to become a curator. Ang daming natutunan. And for the last 3 years that I started painting, I think he's already happier because I no longer have a tantrum. I don't nag him because I'm in my world he wash the dishes or wash clothes because he knows I'm into something. So Ray, thank you so much for the 500,000, 500% support. Salamat talaga sa inyo lahat and for the Filipino community here in New York City. Salamat po.